and all their sets are just full of their own music. They just play their own music all the time. But
including actually Matt. No.
Yeah, Matt. I think Matt played nearly. He's told me that nearly everything he played was his own.
100%. Yes. He was very nervous.
I mean, I couldn't do that because I don't have 2-3 hours of music that is appropriate.
Right.
To do it, and I don't.
You're quite critical then towards yourself.
Yeah, very. Yeah. I think absolutely. It's. I think these days that there's so many people are on this thing of self-promotion, and maybe that's right for them, but I have to do what I feel is right for the room. So, for example, one of the new Planet E tracks, it's called Razorburn, and it's the people that have been playing it are kind of. It's an interesting cross section of people. So there are a lot of DJs who are from London's kind of bass scene or the UK's bass scene that are playing this track, but it's not. It wasn't right for me to play in the club before Carl on Sunday night. So so I didn't play it. So it's a case of yes, it's my record. Yes, it's a new record, but no, it's not the right record for that moment.
Right.
And I think that must be foremost as a DJ. That must be foremost before you are promoting what you're selling. I think you have to look at the environment and react to that rather than going in there and deciding first.
Right. So you serve the audience, you serve the room, but you have a brand name sort of that still people recognize that your name and your talent.
Yeah, that's right. And I guess one of the things that this chimes well. I did another interview with Carl together on Sunday night for We Love Zone TV thing, and Carl was talking about the night we played in Detroit, and he was talking about when I played, and he said that I played with the spirit of Detroit, but I didn't go in there and play loads and loads of Detroit records because it would have been very easy to obviously I had a lot of records with me that everyone in the room had made, so it would have been very easy for me to kind of work my way through everyone and kind of manipulate it a little bit in that way, and kind of which would have been nice as well in some ways, but again you only have so much time, so you have to be I've always wanted to play what's appropriate and what I think is right for the moment, and without kind of enforcing any other agenda there. I just want to play what I feel is right. But what I feel at that moment, rather than what I think I should force.
So it's a lot of improvisation also, then, that you feel kind of like what the audience.
But there's you do still. I still do a lot of preparation first, and how I arrange my records and the music I play is in groups of 3 records, and then I kind of go between the sets of 3. So I may have 3 records that are there may be 2 that are deeper and 1 that's kind of a bridging record that goes into that at the start, or maybe there's 2 that are quite peak time kind of maybe techno records. Then there's another one that's more percussive at the end. So there are areas where you can change, so you can change the mood. But there are. I think it's important to build records with each other and layer them and to create the third element. But I also find that I want friction as well. I want to hear that 2 things are there. I don't want it to be clinical. I don't want it to be beat matched by a computer and me just be pushing faders. Because the DJs that have always spoke to me that I've had the most, that I've danced to the most over the years, because I've always been someone who's been on the floor for years.
That's what I hear.
Yeah, over my years, and the DJs that I've loved over the years have been Derek Carter, Derek May, and these kind of people, and it's all they fly almost by the seat of their pants. It's kind of like you're putting things together and you're creating friction and a lot of energy, and that's really what I love about being in the club. What's the most exhilarating for me when I'm on the floor is the what's going to come next, and the anticipation and the energy and the anticipation of the next record is the moment. You know, that's what.
It's almost little like a jazz musician. I can kind of compare because that's the same thing. You know, to build and to get the ecstasy at the right time.
Yeah, maybe so. And and you don't really know what's going to happen.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
No.
It's funny you should say that because I'm adopted, and I tracked down my birth father many years ago, and he is a jazz musician.
Really?
He's a jazz drummer.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's what's more crazy is he does improvise free jazz.
Yeah.
But he's done a lot of gigs, and he's played live with, I don't know if you know, there's an artist on Warp Records called Square Pusher.
No, but
he's called Square Pusher, and his real name's Tom Jenkinson, but he's done this crazy. He's friends with Richard James, Aphex Twin, and it's that kind of really,